Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be in the world. I'm Sarah Jane, and this is Thoughtful Nuggets and Pearls on Gift of Healing TV. Our topic for this evening, this program, I should say, because evening with me, is believe in yourself. Do you? Do you believe in you? Only you can answer that question. No one else can answer that question. So feel the answer to that question. Do you believe in you? Do you trust you? Do you love you? Do you have faith and belief in you? I know for many years I didn't. I had no idea who I was to be able to say yes to any of those. So absolutely, if you're there thinking, well, no, I don't really, then I get it. I really do. Because so many of us have been brought up not to think about ourselves. It's about everybody else. It isn't about us. So how do you go about believing in you? Well, for me, I went about that by getting in touch with myself. What could I do to help me? What could I do when I realized it was about a healing journey, to heal the hurt, the trauma, the pain that had happened to me over the years, starting from very, very young? What could I do to help me? Now, the beginning of that was, okay, the realization that actually something was required, that the people-pleasing, very unhappy person that I was, it was time to let go of that. It was time to heal all of that. And yes, I spent 10 months going to a psychotherapist. And then it was, what else can I do for me? And I found Reiki. The first person you treat is yourself. Now, I'm not saying that what I've done is what you should do. It is find the ways that speak to you. Find the ways that help you to go inside, rather than looking for the answers outside, rather than looking for the people out there that believe in you. Find the ways that work for you to help you to listen to you. Listen to your heart, not your mind. Listen to your feelings, your gut instincts, your intuition. For me, that was definitely Reiki, metamorphic technique, the sound energy. And no, it wasn't pills, although when I asked to go and see a psychotherapist, they stuck me on Prozac, which didn't do anything because I was already actually quite happy for a change. I was already a happy soul because I was starting to get in contact with me. So are you happy in your life? I mean, truly happy? Is the smile on your face shining from your eyes, the windows to your soul? And I suppose, I don't like using this word, but maybe it's the word I should use. Maybe this is a warning. You believe everything your mind tells you, which is why I said it's not about listening to the mind. It's about listening to your heart. Because our mind is very good at trying to protect us and therefore creating fear. And I've gone into this about mind before. And I can't remember what it was called, but there's definitely a Thoughtful Nuggets and Pearls on that. And it's covered separately. But it is listen to your body. Listen to the feelings. How often, and going back to the mind, so just to give you some sort of thought about how the mind can stop you from doing things. Somebody said something, you said, oh, I'd love to do that. And before you get to go any further, the mind has actually said, what about this? What about the other? Da, 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 da. And that initial from the heart gut reaction of I'd love to do that is squashed. So it's a matter of asking the mind to be quiet and allowing yourself to listen, asking the mind to help you to, how can I do that? How can I honor that feeling? Magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. Johann Wolfgang Von Goethe, I think, I'm not sure how that's said, but that's near enough, I hope. It is. When I think about how I was and who I was, to how I am, and to the fact I know who I am, or I've got a very good idea of who I am, I have much more faith and belief in me. And we can all do that. I have come from a very, very negative space about myself to being where I know it hasn't happened overnight. You know, this journey of mine is probably 22, 23 years long. But okay, it's not as if today I woke up and said, oh, I believe in me. I've believed in myself for a lot longer than that. But it's still part of the journey. It's still that growth and that stepping into it. Live your life as an exclamation, not an explanation. Think about that. You don't have to explain yourself to people, especially if they're not listening and they don't want to hear anyway. And that, I think that was the biggest understanding for me, because I tried to be a people pleaser and I was worried about what other people thought about me. And then it was understanding that they probably aren't thinking about me because they've got far too much going on in their own lives. Do people really want an explanation? Your answer is either yes or no. And if you're saying to them no, they don't want you to explain. They're probably cheesed up with you for saying no. It doesn't matter. Your reasoning doesn't matter. You do not have to explain yourself, especially when they're not listening anyway. They won't understand. It's just be true to you. Believe in you. And when you become happier, you encourage other people to be true to themselves, to believe in themselves. Actually, that happiness spreads. Being true to you, believing in you, helps you to live a much more fulfilled life and supports those around you to do the same. I hope that's made sense to you. I know it makes sense to me because I've been through it all. And oh, it's so worth it. It is so worth. And it doesn't happen overnight, but it is so worth starting to listen to your heart, your intuition, your gut instinct. To be able to feel the joy that believing in you brings. I hope that you can do that for yourself, that you do that for yourself. You are doing that for yourself. Next week, animosity and anger. And I'll leave that there. There's a little bit more information on the website, giftofhealingtv.com. Please feel free to go there and you will find that information on how to sign up there. In the meantime, take care, be safe, stay well. Love, peace, and light. Namaste.